talking about color analysis.
Color analysis and color analysis.
I was
Color analysis. Sounds familiar? The idea of color analysis actually started with Johannes Itten, a well-known figure in art history. He connected colors to the 4 seasons: summer, spring, winter, and autumn. But this was a personal observation. No scientific evidence, no experiments, not even a structured system behind it. By 1980, the trend rapidly expanded. Multiple books appeared, such as The Essence of You and Color Me Beautiful. But here's the turning point. If you compare these books, they don't even agree with each other. Why? Because they were based on personal opinions, not science. For example, Suzanne Cagle suggested that you could identify someone's season based on their body shape and personality. On the other hand, Carol Jackson claimed that all darker-skinned people, Jewish people, and Italians belong to the winter category.
Winter or summer. Blacks, Jews, Italians, most often are winters.
This is a clear example of pseudoscience.
Therefore, I even tried it myself, out of curiosity. The first time, they told me I was a deep winter. And guess what? From that moment, it felt like my entire closet magically transformed into deep winter colors. I was convinced I had finally discovered the secret, so everything I wore had to match that palette. But then, when I went to another place, they told me I was a spring. And I thought, well, does that mean I need to redo my whole closet all over again?
Now, let's pause for the only part that actually has a scientific basis, the concept of undertone. Undertone refers to the subtle hue beneath your skin tone, warm, cool, or neutral, shaped by melanin, blood vessels, and collagen in the skin. This is real, biological, and can be measured. In one experiment, participants were shown 12 faces, 6 with lighter skin and 6 with darker skin. They were asked to adjust the shirt color using sliders for hue, brightness, and saturation until it looked best for each face. About 70% of participants matched lighter skin with cooler tones like blue, while roughly 65-75% matched darker skin with warmer shades like red and orange. So why do we sometimes feel that certain colors look better on us? This comes from perception. When light hits an object, some wavelengths are absorbed, while others are reflected, and it's those reflected wavelengths that enter our eyes. Inside the retina, there are 2 types of photoreceptors start working together, rods and cones. Rods are more sensitive in low light and help us detect brightness and contrast. They don't detect color, but they allow us to perceive brightness, contrast, and motion, while cones are tuned to different ranges of wavelengths, roughly red, green, and blue. By combining the input from these cones, our brain builds the full range of colors we see. From there, perception doesn't stop at the retina. The signals travel through the optic nerve and reach the visual cortex at the back of the brain. And here, specialized areas process different aspects of the image. Some cells respond strongly to edges and contrast, others to motion, and others to fine details of color. By integrating these layers of information, the brain transforms the raw signals from rods and cones into a coherent image. This continuous decoding is what allows us to judge whether a color feels sharp, balanced, or harmonious on a person's features. That is why adjustments in color analysis, like changing contrast or exposure, are closely tied to how the visual system naturally highlights and interprets what we see. While rods and cones send the basic information of brightness, contrast, and color, the brain also applies top-down processing. This means it uses patterns and knowledge it has already built to interpret what we see. For example, when looking at a face, the brain expects certain proportions, edges, and balance. Those expectations guide how we perceive whether a color makes the feature stand out or look less defined. Without this top-down influence, the visual system would just collect raw data. Another important part of perception is how colors are influenced by their surroundings. This is called the context effect. A color never exists on its own. Our brain always judges it in relation to what is around it. A simple gray may appear darker when placed next to white and lighter when placed next to black, even though it has not changed. The same principle applies to how we see clothing. The surrounding shades, the background, and the lighting all shift how the brain interprets the exact same color. Perception is therefore flexible and adaptive, constantly adjusting based on context. In the end, perception is not a fixed category. It is a dynamic system that continuously adapts, decodes, and forms what we see. This is why researchers describe seasonal color analysis as pseudoscience. It overlooks how perception actually works. Our visual system is not static. It is flexible, constantly adapting. And if you ask whether some colors really do appear more flattering, the answer is yes, but only in terms of how we perceive them. That judgment is shaped by the way each individual views color.